Guys, I am done. I am fed up with what we're seeing from the SEC. The majority of the time I have been holding XRP has been through the legal battle of Ripple versus SEC. But today we really have a problem here. We have a dramatic, serious issue on our hands right now that this is now going beyond Ripple versus SEC case. This is not even about the Ripple versus SEC case anymore. This is becoming more than that, which is nothing more than a pure vendetta against XRP, and they're quite literally trying to destroy it, okay? I understand the whole time we've had through the case, and we effectively won, and I get it, yep. They're going to try to appeal. They are going to go cry to the higher courts, and Ripple now has the counter appeal, or the cross appeal, filed through. But what we have just discovered today is unbelievable. It's an absolute attack on individually XRP. This is not even, like right now in this video, I'm not even really talking about like, oh, Ripple versus SEC in the appeal. No, this is like worse, dude. This is legitimately concerning. And I don't know what's going to have to be done here. I don't know if Donnie T is going to save us. We need full removal of Gary Gensler. We need an entire restructuring of the SEC. We need someone at a higher level to really, really step in and essentially save us, because this is not good anymore. This is not good anymore, okay? Yeah, we need to just get right into this, and you guys need to see. And again, this whole video, like, yeah, we are going to talk about, like, just Ripple versus SEC as usual, but no, like, this is, like, majority of this video is not even about Ripple versus SEC specifically. This is just XRP versus SEC, okay? Let's get into this. Cointelegraph, latest. Bitnomial sues SEC over claim that XRP is a security. The XRP token is already regulated as a commodity, and the SEC, quote, duplicates and compounds the regulatory burden by saying it's a security, Bitnomial argues. This is over the XRP futures, right? Bitnomial is seeking a declaratory judgment that XRP futures are not securities, and an injunction preventing the SEC from asserting jurisdiction over the derivatives products or pursuing enforcement action against the company for listing them. Check this out from Bill Morgan here. You have to read paragraph 34 to 36 of the complaint of Bitnomial against the SEC, or you won't believe me. SEC supported its assertion that XRP is a security by giving Bitnomial copies of its summary judgment briefs in SEC versus Ripple, but did not note that the court rejected the SEC's argument that all of the XRP sales at issue were investment contracts and found that the token itself was not a security. See extract from complaint. This is unbelievable. And guys, Bill Morgan is not wrong here. This is truly unbelievable, and I am very, very glad Bitnomial has now filed a lawsuit against the SEC, and the public, we can actually see what Bitnomial is talking about here, because they're effectively exposing the SEC on what they've done. Okay? So 34. During this discussion, the SEC offered to provide documents to explain its rationale and position. On August 23rd, 2024, the SEC sent to Bitnomial 3 summary judgment briefs from SEC versus Ripple Labs, a Southern District of New York case where the court analyzed and ruled on whether certain sales of XRP constituted sales of an investment contract. Number 35. In these summary judgment briefs, the SEC asserted that the Ripple defendants violated Section 5 of the Securities Act when they offered and sold XRP to the public as an unregistered security. The SEC asserted that XRP is an investment contract under the test set forth by the Supreme Court. So just so far, I hope you guys understand. So the final judgment was August 7th, 2024. And effectively, during the beginning of the appeal window, this is where the SEC, right after losing the case to Ripple and not getting what they wanted, After losing the case to Ripple, a year after the judge ruled as a legal matter of United States law, XRP is not a security, they are still going around to these companies providing XRP financial instruments, and they're still going after them and saying, hey, no, this is a security. You can't do that. Even though they lost. And XRP in of itself is not a security. This is not about the Ripple institutional sales. No, this is like purely XRP itself is not a security. And then 2 weeks after the case is over, the final judgment was ruled, they're still going to these companies and telling them, no, it's a security. You can't do that. Even after they lost. And because of them, it became a legal, XRP is legally in the United States, not a security. But they're going around to companies telling them, no, this is a security. You cannot offer this XRP futures financial instrument. You can't do this. This is a security. Here, look at these briefings from the court. No, it's a security. You can't do that. Number 36. The SEC did not note that the district court rejected the SEC's argument that all of the XRP sales at issue were of an investment contract and therefore sales of security. Instead, holding that in certain instances XRP was a security, but that in others it was not. Okay, relevant here. Number 37. July 13th, 2023, the court found that XRP as a digital token is not in and of itself a contract transaction or scheme that embodies the Howey requirements of an investment contract. But the SEC, they're still going to these companies like Bitnomial, and they're telling them, no, you can't do XRP futures. That's a security. Are you crazy? Do you understand what's going on here? This is actual fraud being conducted by the SEC and Gary Gensler. This is fraud. This is fraud. XRP is not a security. The SEC lost the case, but they're still going to these companies and speaking as if they got the ruling they so desired. Could you guys believe this is fraud? This is fraud. They're trying to stop Bitnomial from offering XRP futures and telling them, no, it's a security. You can't do that. No, XRP is a security. You can't do that. And that's why Bitnomial is suing the SEC. They are committing fraud, fellas. This is getting like bad. They're committing outright fraud. When the court rules that XRP is not a security, and the SEC during that time even tried to appeal that, like as the case was still going on, and that got struck down by the judge. And even a year later after that, 2 weeks after final judgment, they're still telling these companies, hey, it's a security. They're going and they're lying to these people. They are lying to these crypto platforms that are trying to provide financial instruments for digital assets, and they're lying to them that XRP is actually a security. Like, I'm trying my best not to use any swear words here, but like, it's friggin' unbelievable, fellas. This is fraudulent. We have a reckless government agency that got their ass handed to them in court by Ripple and their soccer team of lawyers. And the judge ruled correctly on XRP, but they're going around and they're making fraudulent statements that XRP is still a security. This is unbelievable, fellas. And that's why Bitnomial is now coming after the SEC. And I imagine, again, in some ways, I'm not a lawyer, not an attorney, do not have a bar card, never passed the bar exam, never took the bar exam. But I'm just saying, I feel like Bitnomial filed this because essentially, in some way or some manner, this could be kind of connected to the Ripple case directly, and that's what Bitnomial is trying to do here. I think they're trying to get their case presented alongside Ripple because it has to do with exactly XRP. And now Bitnomial is coming to the courts and telling them, yeah, they're coming to us and they're lying and saying XRP is a security. This is fraud. No, there's nothing. This is no more, no less. Like, this is actually fraud. This is fraudulent. This is a pure attack on XRP. Nothing but a vendetta against XRP from making a fool of the SEC over the last 3 years because they've lost on essentially everything that was important to them. That was the basis of the entire case was that XRP itself was a security. It's not, and they're going around to these companies that they're asking to come in and register, and they're lying through their teeth saying that it's still a security. No, you can't do an XRP futures because it's a security when it's literally not a security. Guys, it's just this is getting crazy. This is getting crazy. And fellas, this ain't even done yet, because now this kind of ties into the next lawsuit that we have, because the SEC, they're going after all the crypto companies. But here, this kind of clues us in a little bit more about why are Bitcoin and Ethereum just getting the free pass. It's just like, and we have proof again. Okay, we have proof. So this is a company called Cumberland, a global leader offering 24/7 access to deep crypto liquidity. Okay. Dave George, who protects the SEC? Who protects and serves better? The SEC, the LAPD, the Xenomorph from Alien. Just see the results here. Okay. The Cumberland says, today we became the latest target of the SEC's enforcement first approach to stifling innovation and preventing legitimate companies from engaging in digital assets. This comes despite bipartisan pushback on this approach in the most recent House Financial Services Committee hearing, which you guys saw that. I didn't live stream it, but you guys saw that. We were talking about that for a long time. How Gary was up there violently trembling his hands as if he had a medical condition because everyone was going after him all at once for about 5-6 hours. So yeah, despite the bipartisan pushback on this approach in the most recent House Financial Services Committee hearing, in which the SEC was called a rogue agency, okay, this is by congressmen saying this, cited for its failure to work with Congress and taken to task for abusing its power. It's going even further. They're committing fraud. At issue in our case, the SEC's view is that some of our transactions involving certain crypto assets were securities transactions. We have engaged in 5 years of good faith discussions with the SEC at this point. Again, yeah, hey, just come in and register. Yeah, we're nice guys. Just come in, come get a little coffee, a croissant, and some donuts, and just come in and register with us. We're nice guys. Yeah. 5 years of good faith discussions with the SEC, coming in and registering. Yeah, what's that get them? A lawsuit. Ha! On our end, we've shared dozens of written summaries and statements, produced thousands of pages of material, which is going to be used against them in the court, and made our senior management and compliance personnel available for many hours of interviews. Today's complaint is the first time the SEC has outlined the specific transactions at issue. The SEC asserts these transactions required us to register as a broker-dealer. While we strongly disagree, we took that step and acquired a registered broker-dealer in 2019. Only then, despite Chairman Gensler's call to, quote, just come in and register. Yeah, just come in and register, guys. Nah, no problem. Just come in and register with us. You'll be fine. We were told we could only use our broker-dealer to trade Bitcoin or Ethereum. Both commodities are not under the jurisdiction of the SEC. This naturally calls into question whether the guidance to come in and register was provided in good faith. We are not making any changes to our business operations or the assets in which we provide liquidity as a result of this action by the SEC. We are confident in our strong compliance framework and disciplined adherence to all known rules and regulations, even as they have been a moving target. Parentheses, it wasn't so long ago, ETH was claimed to be a security. Now I'm wondering, because Cumberland is saying that the SEC told them you can only do Bitcoin and Ethereum, because it seems like someone is really behind this and they're stuffing the pockets of Gensler and they're trying to create like a monopoly here. I don't know, because I understand JP Morgan is a massive Ethereum stakeholder. They love Ethereum over there. And I wonder if this is a move where they are just trying to establish their chain, their centralized fucking chain at this point, with how much Ethereum has been changed from its origin. It's not even the same Ethereum anymore, in my opinion. And they're just trying to create a monopoly here, and that's why ETH is getting all the free passes. They're not going after Ethereum at all. Ethereum's not coming into question, even though Ethereum. This is the irony here, right? So SEC's telling Cumberland, hey, you know what? So your broker-dealer license, yeah, you're only doing Bitcoin and ETH, nothing else. Fred Rispoli, at the bottom right of the screen here, newsflash, SEC hasn't declared Ethereum a non-security. Ethereum has, in the United States, no legal clarity on whether or not it's a security or not. XRP does. So why are they going to Bitnomial and getting in their face and saying, hey, no, you can't do that. XRP is not a security when that's, or XRP is a security, which is not true. But then they're giving Cumberland the thumbs up on trading ETH when ETH, it does not have non-security status legally in the United States. This is clear. This is very, very clear. They're just playing favorites at this point. They're playing favorites, and I think there's a lot of money and a lot of bribery behind this to get this done, basically. Because how do you go to Bitnomial and you give them the thumbs down on something that's legally not a security, XRP, but you give Cumberland the thumbs up on Ethereum, which is legally still in a gray area, and no one really knows? We have proven our firm's willingness to defend ourselves against overzealous regulators wielding their power in ways that harm rather than benefit to the market. We did it when Chairman Gensler was chair of the CFTC, with the court finding its case against DRW based on a little more than an Earth is flat style conviction. This time, the SEC's approach seems to be a game of catch-22 where the ability to come in and register is just a mirage. We're ready to defend ourselves again. Now, this is the thing. Cumberland is not saying publicly, I don't know for what reason specifically, I have a couple ideas about it, but they're talking about here that Bitcoin and Ethereum was the thumbs up, but then some transactions they weren't allowed to do. Right? See, in our case, the SEC's views that some of our transactions involving certain crypto assets were securities transactions. So I would like to find out, does this Cumberland platform, is this about XRP? Is this about Solana? Is this about Dogecoin? Because I don't know, dude. Because Bitnomial is coming after the SEC for them fraudulently lying, committing fraud, saying that, no, you cannot do XRP futures, that's a security. So did they come to Cumberland in the same way as Bitnomial and say the same thing, that, hey, no, you can't do XRP transaction with your broker-dealer license, that's a security? Because Cumberland is not saying. They're not saying. So right now, on my phone here, I'm on the Cumberland DRW website, and I'm trying to see if XRP is available on here, because that would really kind of cue me into, oh my god, is this lawsuit about effectively just Cumberland dealing with XRP? And I'm on my phone right now. I'm looking through the Cumberland website. I cannot. Oh, see, it's institutional OTC liquidity in dozens of cryptocurrencies, including numerous stablecoins. So this isn't like an exchange where you can just like sign up and I could trade right now. This seems more of like an institutional. Yeah, see, it's institutional OTC liquidity, multiple fiat currencies. Yeah, they're not really saying. They're not. The only thing I can find on here is Bitcoin and Ethereum. I don't know if they are doing XRP transactions. I mean, I'm going through like products we trade, and it's like they're not like, I'm trying to find a list of like what crypto assets are available on Cumberland, and I'm starting to speculate here that this is the same thing as Bitnomial, where it's like Bitnomial and Cumberland, the SEC is going to both of them and saying, hey, no, this XRP, no, this is a security, you cannot do this. You absolutely no, you cannot do this, even though that's incorrect, and it is completely okay for a crypto exchange with a broker-dealer license to deal with XRP spot currency. So this is getting kind of crazy, fellas, because this is no longer, dude, like this is outside of the scope of Ripple versus SEC. This is like straight up now. This is just SEC versus XRP at this point. Because yeah, I get it, okay, the whole lawsuit and the appeal and whatever, but no, this is like outside of the terms of Ripple SEC. Dude, it's like purely becoming XRP versus SEC right now. And I would like to know, is it really, our speculations are coming true that Ethereum and XRP were kind of always fighting against each other for the number 2 spot back in the day. And this is a privately funded effort to beat XRP down and make sure Ethereum remains the number 2 and they can keep the monopoly going. Because that is very weird to me, guys. How they give the Bitnomial the thumbs down on XRP saying it's a security, but they go to Cumberland and they give the thumbs up on Ethereum. And the difference is XRP is legally not a security. Ethereum has never been declared non-security. That is very weird, guys. This is there is no normalcy here. There's nothing normal about this. Because what they should be telling Cumberland is, hey, you could use your broker-dealer license for Bitcoin and XRP, because XRP is not a security. But Ethereum, no, you can't do that because that's unclear right now. But it's like the opposite, dude. Why is the SEC supporting something that is literally there is no clarity right now on whether it's a security or not. They're supporting that, but they're striking down the coin that is legally not a security. This is getting bad, fellas, because dude, like, I'm getting a headache from this because this ain't even Ripple SEC anymore. This ain't Ripple versus SEC anymore. Because let's fast forward like a week from now, and theoretically just the appeal gets thrown out, and then the case is over. But I mean, they are still going after and telling these platforms, no, you can't do shit with XRP. This is not even about Ripple versus SEC anymore. Like, this is legitimately a full-scale war against our digital asset for absolutely no reason, while Ethereum is just the favorite child here and gets to do whatever the fuck it wants. This is unbelievable. I don't know who's going to save us, fellas. I don't know who. Donnie T said, hey, Gary Gensler's gone on day one. I know Congress, I know Warren Davidson and Tom Emmer were always talking about, hey, you need to restructure the SEC. This is terrible what Gary Gensler's doing, but nothing's really being done. I mean, they're saying a lot of words at those hearings against Gary, but nothing's really being done here because this is an actual war. Like, they're full-scale attacking us. Even with the final judgment issued. I understand the appeals there, but still, as a matter of law, XRP is not a security. And they're going around to these companies, and they're still championing the fact that XRP is a security. And no, you can't do that. Because this means, basically, the SEC, they don't care about that ruling. They are ignoring a legal matter of law. And they're fraudulently going to Bitnomial and telling them XRP is a security. Like, this is bad, guys. This is bad. So I mean, this is like, you actually need Gary to be gone here. This is the only solution, I think. Need a new chairman of the SEC. Need Donnie T to get in and just remove Gary day one. I love what Congress says in the hearings against Gary Gensler. I love what the commissioners say against Gary Gensler. Like, Gensler's own colleagues are going after him, and one of them yesterday just went on like CNBC and said this has been like really disastrous, this approach to crypto. So it's like you have all these people in the government like are criticizing Gary and are going after him, but there's just nothing being really done. Because now they're just acting reckless, and they don't even care what Judge Torres said anymore. The SEC is ignoring what Judge Torres said, and just saying whatever they want now. Just saying what they want to be true. I mean, at what point is there not fraudulent criminal charges here? Because you can't go around to these institutions, and you can't go around and say that, hey, this is a security when it's legally not a security. I mean, you are spreading lies. You are spreading misinformation. They are just going around saying what they want to be true, which is not true. It's unbelievable, guys. I don't want this video to be too long, but last part here, I'm going to read the Stuart Alderty thread. This is the news of the Ripple filing the cross appeal. So Stuart says, the SEC lost on all key points, but even though they lost all the key points, they're still going around and saying things as if they didn't lose. But they're appealing, which is, they are admitting that they did lose, they didn't get what they want, but when they're going around talking to institutions, they're acting like they did get what they want. Wow. That's why they appealed. Today, Ripple filed a cross appeal to ensure nothing's left on the table, including the argument that there can't be an investment contract without there being essential rights and obligations found in a contract. Importantly, the SEC has already said they aren't appealing the ruling that XRP itself isn't a security. They even apologized in another case for suggesting a token itself could be a security. That's the law, and appeal on these other issues doesn't change it. So why the fuck are they telling Bitnomial? Why are they telling Bitnomial 2 weeks after final judgment that XRP is a security when they aren't appealing that on the ruling? That, like, what is going on here? This is jail time, man. This is jail time for Gary. Like, this is getting bad. This is heavily deceptive tactics here. Like, good God. SEC has already said they aren't appealing the ruling that XRP isn't a security, and that's the law. But why are they still going? Why did they lie to Bitnomial? They even apologized in another case for suggesting a token itself could be a security. Last year, the SEC unsuccessfully tried to make an early appeal of the rulings that Ripple's XRP sales and exchanges and Ripple's other XRP distributions, like to employees and developers, weren't securities. They'll likely go after these again, and they will lose on both again.